All right. So generally, the way this works is I got a bunch of questions to ask you. I ask you questions. You guys tell me about yourself. You tell me about your music. You tell me about what got you into doing the things. And we listen to your track, talk about it, and then it gets put on YouTube and people enjoy
Cool. Okay.
it. By the way, I'm huge fans of you guys. Jerome and Brandon from them dogs told me to listen to you,
Oh yeah,
and I was like, "Oh my god, these people are local. This shit's awesome!" Like,
dude, but that's sick. That's sick. I'll have to message Jerome and tell him thank you for
yeah,
Jerome.
the first album, I mean, the first single that was actually this song right here, where you were walking around in Florence with the selfie stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, that is the dopest thing I've ever seen in a long time. These guys need to be nationally touring, like legit alt rock kings. I swear.
We're
I, so yeah, that was super dope. So when I reached out to you guys, like, yeah, I'll be interviewed. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That is awesome sauce. Whew. So get my chance to fanboy a little bit. All right. So who are you guys? Tell me about yourselves.
well, we are local brand. Or I guess three of the five. My name is Logan Clark. I play guitar and sing. I'm Taylor. I play drums. And I'm Micah, and I
Nice, nice. Tell me about where you're from.
I am actually from Baldwin County. I'm from a little town called Bayonet. If you've ever gone to Gulf Shores, you've probably gone through my town on the exit off of 65. Probably did not know it.
Just in little
Moved
sticks.
here in 2016 and met these guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I moved to Huntsville when I was like 6 from Kansas City. Grew up there. Came to school in Florence. Stuck around.
UNA.
Yeah, went to UNA. Got an English a literature degree. It's been really helpful in life,
I
help write
mean,
songs. I guess.
it helps you with those dictation moments when you're singing, right?
And I'm from Coleman, Alabama. School and the state is elected. So,
So did you guys all meet in school, or y'all just met in the area?
no. Um, I went to school for like 6 months up here. And met a couple of people that knew Logan
Hmm.
kind of separately through work. Um, I moved up here and was looking for a band to play with. And Logan was one of the bands wanting to put together a band. So
That's awesome.
um, we had another guitar player originally, but we things didn't work out. We ended up looking for a new one, and Micah came along.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What got you into music?
Honestly, the Linkin Park album that came out when I was in third grade. What was that? It was just called Linkin Park. I was like, ooh, this is
That makes me
like
feel
this,
so
I was like,
old
this is something else. And I don't know.
because I was definitely in college when that came out.
And I didn't get into it till like way later on in life,
Right.
like mid late 20s. It's like, oh, this is actually something I want to do. You know. No, for me, I didn't really have a choice. Both of my parents were were musicians. They steered me away from just about anything that wasn't music related. So,
That's awesome.
like I said, I didn't really have a choice. Um, I just thought guitars looked cool when people played them. So I started playing and I fell in love with it. So,
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. So what are your musical influences? It's not a loaded question now.
uh, no, my favorite band of all time is Incubus. Um, let's see,
Definitely.
Jose on the drums is probably a big influence for me. Stuart Copeland of the Police. It's a pretty big influence. I'm not nearly as good as him, but Carter Beauford from Dave Matthews Band is
Nice.
one of my favorites. I don't know. I don't know. I listen to a lot of different music and pretty much draw pieces from just about everything. So yeah, it's like the Strokes, Killers, Modest Mouse, Coldplay was huge. You know,
Right.
Radiohead, all those big ones. And then like I got super into new wave at one point. I was like, oh my gosh, like what's this song? Promises, promises. What's happening? Yeah, that's gonna be on a journey. I don't know. It's like never ending. Like I'll listen to some new artist and be like, oh, okay. I'm gonna start pulling something from that. It's never ending.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I listen to all different kinds of stuff, but like one of my favorite bands growing up was small CCM band on Tooth and Nail Records. But I feel like they're like music like shaped a lot of like the base level of like how to play guitar, and then as I got older, things like John Mayer, Jason Isbell, like Corey Wong, all those dudes, like just like kind of started listening and sort of like picking little things out of there. Brandon Paisley, lots of different things. I feel like I draw from a lot of different things.
Hell yeah. Awesome sauce. What do you guys do for fun?
Uh,
Again, these are not loaded questions now.
golf a few times.
Righteous.
Florence, there's creeks and rivers.
Driving the Walmart.
Play some tennis. I like to ride my bike. Pretty much anything outside.
Awesome.
He's also beat Elden Ring like I've also beat Elden Ring a few times. Big gamers.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Playing Saints Row right now, so it's free last month. Yeah, for me, it's like games, but also I have like lots of like hobbies that I'm like not fully devoted to, but I like doing them every now and then, like disc golf and I ride my bike.
Like go fishing
every now and then.
No.
I go fishing every now and
Do you go fishing or catching?
then. Say what?
Do you go fishing or catching?
Mostly fishing. Not a whole lot of catching going on. And I do a lot of home improvement. Uh, my wife and I
Yeah, you see this nice wall behind us.
Hell
So
yeah,
yeah.
lots of songs and cutting stuff.
he's in.
That is so awesome. All right. Tell me about the most recent concert you attended.
Does Shrek count? No, we don't attended. Okay, yeah. Most recent one I attended.
I don't even remember this concert I went to. It's
One.
been a
Yeah, I
while.
was about to say probably the last big one I went to was Morgan Wallen. The last one I attended was probably a local show. And
It doesn't matter.
I can't remember.
So, like, real talk.
Yeah, yeah. In Huntsville at Orion, and that was pretty cool. I'm sure you know all about it.
Hmm.
Sick. That was an awesome show.
I think the last like big show that I went to was in 1975 in
Were you born in 1975?
New Orleans.
Super dope.
So, like, you can really tell a lot about a person's personality by the shows that they go to. Like, when I was younger, I went to a lot of rehab shows, which was, back then they were just a little hole in the wall. We would go up to like Crossroads, and I want to say that I snuck in because I was too young to get in there, but they didn't really care if you paid the $20 to get in. And I found myself not really going to big shows. Like I went and saw the lady that made her ex husband sing about himself, Heart, when they were at BBC Arena in 2005. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so like I was working at the Papa John or the Domino's at the time, so I got to just work a couple hours at the concession stand and go around and watch the concerts. And like that's how I got the majority of my concert viewing when I was younger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was fatter than hell, but yeah, that's one of the side effects of the job. But but like I remember going to like hear Barracuda and knowing the words and then looking in the crowd and they were all like 50 something year olds on their dates and I felt really bad about knowing the music.
Oh, nah. That song's sick, though. Yeah, I was gonna say I just had to play that song this past Saturday.
Right? Right though. It's so like so what is the word? It fits so well into the idea of being a rock star is that song because you can shred it and you can play it really loud and you can kind of suck at it and people still get the idea of it. You know what I'm saying?
It rips.
Right.
It's an all-time rock song for sure.
But like when I saw uh you remember? I don't know if you remember Big Spring Jam. I think you guys might be a little bit too young for that.
Big Spring Jam.
So like they stopped doing Big Spring Jam. I want to say in like 2005.
Yeah.
But we used to like just drive over to where the train tracks were and sit there, and you could listen to like stages three or four, and you didn't have to because they always had awesome PA systems. And like I remember hearing Snoop play, and I remember hearing I want to say it was the Chili Peppers, and like apparently I never paid for concerts. I'm sorry guys, I can't really tell you what they looked like, but I remember hearing a lot of concerts as a kid. But
Yeah. We
is
attended Big Fest in Mobile when I was growing up.
mm-hmm,
That was my mom was a sign language interpreter on the side of the stage, basically from the time I was born until the time I was able to actually go to that show myself.
that's awesome.
We went to that every single year, but it was kind of the same thing. You technically could have just stood outside the fence and listened to every single show if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought that I was slick until I realized that there was like 40 other people sitting behind the fence with us, and the police would show up and we'd all have to run.
Yeah.
You never got a full concert in, but you did get to listen. Awesome. So, if you guys could perform anywhere in the world, you don't have to pay for it. You have the whole crowd, the whole pyro front, all of it done for you. Where would you want to play?
Guys Arenas or the Sphere in Vegas.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of would want to see that show. I would want to see that show.
So,
You also agree? You do it with them?
no, I mean, I want to do like, I don't know. Actually, I think Red Rocks. I was about to say, if not the Sphere, Red Rocks would be sick.
Red Rock has come up so many times. Like that is like one of the it places to perform. That's pinnacle. That's a pinnacle show for a lot of people. Like very few people are like the LA Amphitheater. You know what I'm saying? I've had nobody be like, I want to play Times Square. You know what I'm saying? But like Red Rock, like four different bands have been like, yeah, Red Rock.
We get an arena show in Japan.
Certified,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we would get to use the screen to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be dope. All right. So you sent me a song. How are you feeling? What inspired you to write it? What does the song mean to you? And how do you feel when you hear it?
We're gonna let Logan answer the first half of that question. That song's one of those songs where like it just started out with me being like boom 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 because I was like trying to write complicated things, something like super simple. So that's where that song started with. And I started going on the lyrics, and that for me it was just like it started out. I'll get to the like full complete meaning of it, but it started out. It's just like just chilling out, relaxing, like taking a second. Like if you need to take a break from everything, like recharge, then come back. Like ask yourself how are you feeling. And but I never had a second verse, and I'd always make it up live when we played it. But then I finally wrote the second verse, and I realized it's about. Have you seen The Mummy? 1999's The Mummy.
I'm pretty sure I have. Maybe. I mean, I've slept since then, so maybe.
Benny, who gets greedy and goes back into the pyramid to like try to get more treasure.
The Mummy.
Yeah, The Mummy.
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. My wife loves that movie.
Benny goes back in. He's like this skeevy friend enemy guy time, but he runs back in. He gets greedy. He doesn't make it. And the second verse, you listen to it, it's about Benny. It's just like, how you feeling, Benny? Was it worth it? So I don't know. But also, it can mean whatever it means to you in the moment. Personally, when I hear it, I just feel good. Like to me, it's just kind of like an upbeat, like be something like when I get off work and it was a bad day. I'll put that song on. It's like, all right,
Some you don't
things aren't so bad.
So it's almost like a pumped up kicks type deal, where it's a really nice song but really depressing lyrics.
I would say it's not as dark. That's like on the super spectrum of like feels real good, but it's about So I'd say it's more like this with how you feel.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's not as big of a swing.
But yeah, same
idea.
Same vibe.
Yeah. Awesome sauce. All right, so I'm gonna play this track and we're gonna listen to it together. Here we go. Gets me right there in the heart every time I hear the song.
Thank you. That's awesome.
I'm glad having a little bit of insight into what you're listening to really kind of changes your perspective on the music. Because I went specifically listening to the second verse, and I'm like, yeah, there's definitely a bit of celebration there.
Some of the things it's like, oh, dude, it's like, rude or some people,
Yeah, that is super dope.
I've always kind of worked that way. I like something that something that started as one thing and be something else entirely by the time it's over, like transforms. Music does that a lot.
Hell yeah.
It's cool.
Awesome. So, do you have any current projects that you want to tell everybody about?
Our EP is currently in the mastering stage, almost done.
Awesome.
That's coming early next year. Yeah, early next year. There's no info on it.
Like New Year's Day? New Year's Day?
It's coming. It's what, 4 songs? Big things coming.
Oh Lord.
So it's like small thing.
That's what she said.
What's the guy's name? Did it? Did the Matt mixing on that? What's the guy's name? Ryan Lewis. Yes. Yeah. Ryan Lewis, and not the McElmore Ryan. No. But a guy named Ryan Lewis mixed it for us. He's done a few of Doja Cat's projects, so might be a little bit more poppy than some of the stuff we put out. But
I mean, it fits.
It sounds cool to me. So.
Yeah.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, that track fits. Like legit, proper track. Awesome. Do you have any shout outs? Anybody you want to thank?
Shout out to obviously Damien and Grayson. Damien is our bass player, and Grayson is our keyboard player. And Austin Motlow, who did all the mixing on that "How Are You Feeling" track, Sundrop Sound. He's one that. Yeah, he's the one that. Yeah, basically they got a new board at Sundrop, and they needed to basically troubleshoot it, look it up, and kind of figure out how to use it.
Awesome. So when I want to get you in town, I just be like, hey, I got some new equipment. Y'all need to come.
We ended up even recording that song to begin with. So yeah, obviously shout out to Austin Marlowe throwing this bone. Yeah, Patrick Tetro. He's the one that did all the engineering on the album that or the EP that we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. He tracked everything, helped us produce it a little bit.
Nice.
Real cool dude. Real good dude. Real good at what he does.
Nice. Awesome sauce. Well, it has been a hoot chatting with you guys. This has been the most productive meeting I've had in a while. I actually got to talk to a band that I personally adore. It's really weird. You have fans at high places, and it is my pleasure to be able to do this. When you guys in Huntsville look me up, we'll go get a drink or something.
For sure, no doubt.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and I will holler at y'all later.
All right, sounds good.
Have a good one now.